Hi folks, Jürgen Vogt here from Wild Lives, and I'm back from my latest safari. Whilst on this particular trip, I did say that I was going to be using a new piece of equipment. So a lot of people were waiting in anticipation to see what it was, and in this case it was a new lens that I brought along as my primary wildlife photography lens. Why did I bring a new lens? Those that have followed my work know that I love my Nikon 300 2.8. It is my baby, it's my dream, it's what I always wanted to shoot on, and I finally bought one last year, but there was a problem. It's too heavy. It's an incredibly heavy lens, and lugging it around, handhold shooting, traveling between camps and small planes, you are limited with the amount of space and the weight that you can take. So as amazing as the lens as it wasn't ideal for this particular safari, especially where there's lots of traveling involved. So I decided to try something new. Now you'll recall that I used to use a Tamron 150-600. I like that lens, very nice and light, good quality for what you were paying, but I needed something a little bit better. I did find that in dusty conditions, sometimes that lens wouldn't operate optimally. I had to uncouple it and I had to clean the contact points and put it back on. So I was looking for just that slight step up in quality. I went for Nikon's newest in its, I wouldn't quite call 20-odd thousand rand budget, but it is not an expensive lens compared to Nikon's high-end professional range. So yeah, this is it. Nikon 200 to 500, 5.6 fixed aperture at 5.6, which is nice throughout its range of 200 to 500, and it's a nice light lens. I want to cover three things. It's going to be a nice short post. I'll talk about weight and size. I'll talk about the speed that the lens focuses at, and then of course what everyone wants to know is how sharp, how good is this lens. So weight and size, nice and manageable. You can see not very large. Once everything is contracted, this is with the lens hood clipped on. I'm going to clip it on now just so you can get an idea of. Okay, nice little solid click we got going there. We do have a lock, only works at 200 mils. So once we unlock that lens, we fully extend it, you get an idea of its size. So not a particularly big lens, really nice, easy to handhold. Does sound a bit plasticky, but then again, what can you expect for this sort of price? But it feels good, nicely made, typical Nikon style, very nicely finished. Everything focuses, zooms smoothly, so even smells good, smells like nice new rubber, like a new lens. So very happy with the size, very happy with the weight. Secondly, focusing speed. It focuses quickly. Very similar to a Sigma 120 to 300 2.8. Some of you may be familiar with that. It was a long-time favorite of a lot of wildlife photographers, but obviously not as sharp as a 300 2.8 in terms of speediness of focusing. Those lenses are instantaneous. In a snap second, that thing would pick up focus. It takes a little bit longer, but it doesn't hunt. So can I live with it? I could live with it. I'm happy with that. Fast enough, good enough. In the end though, every wildlife photographer wants to know how sharp are the images. Without a sharp image, useless. And it's sharp. It's really sharp. It blew me away. I think center point detail, even edge of the frame detail, absolutely outstanding. I couldn't have wished for more. I haven't viewed them on my big screen yet, but having a look at 100% crop in camera, very happy so far. So this is very much a field report back. I like this lens. I think I'm going to keep it. I think Nikon has a winner here, and in my next post I'll report back entirely on, for those pixel peepers out there that really want to see fine detail, we'll analyze some of the images that we got and we'll decide how good this lens is. But first impressions, it's good.